The first exercise we're going to do in this series is a lunge. With the lunge, you have options here. Option 1. So you're going to take your legs straight, everything is pointed forward. Right leg straight out to the front. For you, yes, it's probably my left leg. So make sure, again, when you're mirroring, you make that fully aware to your students. Roll those shoulders back, down, nice, good posture, straight alignment, the top of the head all the way to that hip joint. You're going to go straight down and coming straight up. Now, if you look at me from a profile version, my feet are not all the way back. They're just a little bit staggered. My back heel is lifted. Toes are pointed straight forward. I have nice, good posture. I am not going all the way down to where my knee touches the floor. I'm just going back down a little bit and coming straight back up. You can also see that I'm not going straight forward and back. There's a string that takes me all the way up to the ceiling. I'm nice and tall. I'm going straight down and straight back up. Straight down and straight back up. With your knee, you don't want to lock it out like we've talked about before. Have a nice slight bend, straight down and straight up, making sure you're doing both sides. Now I'm going to grab my weights now for our front raise. With these front raises, abs in nice and tight. Pelvis, your rear end's not out here. Pelvis in. Roll those shoulders back. Good posture with this front raise. You're going to go straight up. Now, you're not going to go all the way up here. That's not the range of the motion of the shoulder joint. So you're going to go straight up, just in front and back down. You're going to exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Very nice, neutral. If the weights may be too heavy, you may see students that are bending the wrists and lifting straight up. So you want a nice, neutral alignment with the wrist joints. Coming straight up, again, no hyperextension, soft knees, alternating right and left. You can also do both at the same time, but that may be just a little bit of a strain. You also may feel a little bit of tension in your lower back when you do both at the same time. So they can always alternate. You always, yourself, do the lowest option, which would be just the regular front raise, which is option 1. Now we're going to go to hammer curls. So you're going to roll those shoulders back again. Make sure you always are in proper alignment when you first start. With the hammer curls, you're going to grasp those dumbbells, come straight up. Talked about in the last video what that range of motion of that bicep is. You're going to come up and straight down. So the difference between the bicep curl like this and the bicep curl like this, which is the hammer curl, there's 2 different muscle groups in the bicep, bi meaning two different muscle groups. So we're trying to isolate each of those different muscle groups with the different exercises. With this one, again, do not swing those elbows forward. Elbows are straight down to the side, coming up and back down, up and back down. They may feel a little bit in the tricep, but not much at all. It should be isolating just that bicep muscle. With the tricep kickback, I'm going to rotate my palms out on this one just a little bit, but I need to set up first. So I'm going to roll those shoulders back. I'm going to hinge at the hips. So I'm going to lean forward, not much. If you have anybody that has any type of back injury or says their back hurts, you can always take it into a straddle and do a kickback from this position. So it would look like this, kick back straight here. So they can hold, obviously drop this weight and kick back and straight down to protect that lower back. But if you have don't have anybody that says their lower back hurts during this exercise, you roll those shoulders back, hinge at those hips, take those elbows just where you were for that hammer curl, straight to your side. You're going to take one at a time, kick it straight back, and rotate that palm towards the ceiling and coming straight up. If I do them both at the same time, rotate and back up. My wrists are still nice and neutral. My abs are in nice and tight. My back is flat, straight line from the top of the head all the way to my tushy and back in. Good. I'm not lifting straight up. I'm not dropping them down. They're stuck right here. Tricep kickbacks. Good. those weight off to the side right now. I'm going to grab that mat and come down to the floor. So we did tricep kickbacks, but now we're going to do donkey kicks or kickbacks. If their wrists are hurting, you can always have them either go on dumbbells or on to their forearms. Dumbbells you can grab, and they can hold on here to make their wrists more neutral. With the kickbacks, you're going to have your knees about hip width apart. You're going to take your knee, you're going to shove that heel straight back and in. You're working on the hamstring here. So you're like kicking open a door, pressing it straight open and back. Straight open and back. Now, if somebody says that they don't feel this very much, you can always take it straight up and back. The higher they go, the more difficult it's going to be on the glute, but also it's going to put a little pressure on the low back. So again, if they have any low back injuries at all, I want to make sure to be aware of that. Make sure to do both sides as well. That is the donkey kickbacks. And bring them in. Good. With all four row, again, you have options. Rowing here, right and left. Elbow comes straight to that side. We're making sure that we're in a nice neutral line from the top of the spine. How we're doing that is because we are on all fours, and that makes it pretty easy. So you're going to come up, squeeze, and relax. If they say, you know what, I'm not feeling anything here, you can always step it forward, put that arm on that knee, making sure that knee doesn't go over that toe, coming straight back and down. Straight back and down. And that is your row. Again, making sure to do both sides. Good. Coming down now onto your stomach. So see, I was standing and then I was on all fours, and now I'm into my stomach. You may have people that may not feel comfortable on their stomach. If they don't feel comfortable on the stomach, you can have them maintain in all fours and just lift and lower. Very, very small movements. If they don't feel comfortable doing that, they can just lift and lower, lift and lower. But for more of a challenge, you're going to take your feet out to the side. The reason I have my feet out to the side is because I don't want to use my glutes. I just want to use my lower back. So I'm going to take my hands, place them on the ground when you first start. You're going to help yourself come up, not all the way. You're going to have them just a little bit and back down. So gear them towards assisting first. If they don't feel like they're getting anything with the assisting, then they can slowly take those hands off. You are not going all the way up. You are doing a small range of motion here to help them feel and isolate that lower back region. Again, feet stay on the floor. You're going to see them try to lift those feet. Feet are out to the side. You're just isolating our lower back. This is very important to make sure that you are doing that proper exercise. So, last exercise we're going to do here is our chest press. And then we would stretch from this position. My arms are going to be here. If you see that they have any back injury at all, you can have them bring their legs straight up into a tabletop position, which will help them press that lower back if they're having any tension there. You're going to take those arms right at field goal position. You're going to come straight up. Together, touching the belt at the top and coming straight down. If you look at me from this angle here, when you go straight up, I am actually going directly above my nipple line. So I'm not going over my head, I'm not going over my belly button, I'm exhaling, going up, squeezing the top, and back down, very slow. My arms are not here, they're not in here, they're straight all the way up and all the way down. And that is it for session 2.